Howdy howdy, we are gonna feed some reptiles. Okay, so I'm going to feed the TEGU right now, who is currently escaping since the doors are open. I will show off the cage really quick. It is a 4x4 box, basically, just made with some plywood and some 2x1. And it's all cocked together, very easy. Some door hinges on the sides and some plexiglass, and then I got these wooden hatches in the middle that cover both ends, so the other side would close here. And the idea is that in this cage, eventually all of this down here will be dirt from the floor up. I'm gonna get some lining, put it all along the ground, and there's gonna be another one of these stone slabs on the opposite side of the cage. And right now this is 4 foot wide, and I want to go 8 feet wide. So there's going to be 4 feet in the middle of basically these two pieces. If you can see right here, the cage is split into two pieces all the way down, which so that way we can disassemble it and move it to a more permanent, position. And this TEGU is starting to get a little too big for this cage. It's starting to get a little antsy, wanting to come out more and more every day, which is fine. It's able to free roam, but it's about ready for a cage upgrade. But anyways, the idea is these lights hit this stone slab. It's a very thick stone slab, and underneath it's very hot. I would say it's almost 95, 100 degrees, maybe even hotter underneath. So the idea is that all that heat would radiate down into the soil and create a hot dig site for the TEGU. Oh, keeps running away. And then on the opposite side, we're gonna build another one of these on this side here. There'll be 4 feet of empty cage in the middle, free space basically. It'll look as hollow as this pretty much. And then on the opposite side, on the right side of the cage, stone slab, dirt, and it'll be a cool dig spot basically. So we'll have dig spots on either side of the cage, maybe some water sort of feature in the middle, and that'll pretty much be it. And the idea here is to get it some sort of bioactive to address the smell. Get a whole bunch of decomposers and bugs and springtails and roaches and mealworms and healthy red crawlers and everything in here, basically to keep it from smelling and to keep it all an active ecosystem. So we're gonna feed the TEGU roaches. So if you don't like cockroaches, warning, squeamish warning. Here is my current setup. I started with 50 roaches, and I guess they've been breeding and multiplying for about a year now. So you can see I have a pretty healthy colony. I need to get some more roaches from a different company or a different bloodline, I think, because these guys are starting to get a little inbred. And keep in mind, I've been feeding my lizards and stuff, while this colony has been growing. So I personally have been farming all things reptile related, all things insect related, mealworms, cockroaches, you name it. And I could definitely give some tips and recommendations about what I think is the most efficient method. So if you're interested in seeing a video about how to farm and grow a colony of roaches so you can save some money on feeders, then let me know. Or if you want to buy some feeders for your reptiles, let me know. Basically, these guys just eat our food scraps all the time. Got some chicken feed in here. Keeps their protein really high. Keeps them from eating each other. Keeps the colony growing steady. Paper towel tubes, easy hides. This is an apple. There's some potato in here, and there's broccoli. These guys eat just everything that comes out of the kitchen. But this is exactly why I need to get a new bloodline in here. Maybe I'll just feed this one off, because look at these eggs. They are extremely mutated and messed up. I think that we'll just feed this one off. Her eggs are not looking good. I bet you almost anything that... Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Go get it. Go get it. Nice. I know this is kind of grim, but we don't want bad children mating in the bug bin. Gotta keep the bugs healthy. If they get too inbred or we spread bad genetics for too long, the whole colony will die. The whole colony dies. This investment is gone, you know, so you don't want that to happen. This colony is about overgrown for this size, to be honest. I gotta clean it out. It's really dirty in here. It doesn't smell, believe it or not. But this is all, look at all this dry fertilizer. This is all super good for plants and just anything that likes good fertile soil. So if you like composting, you got reptiles, you want to save some money, make some plant fertilizer, this is definitely the way to go. Are you ready for another one? You want another one? Let's got this guy eating. Actually, no, we'll let him go a little more. Grab just a little small one. Oh, sorry, the roach is getting away from me. There we go. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I don't know why the TEGU doesn't like eating up here with the light. Very nice. Very nice. See if we can't get some more ASMR. I hate that these cockroaches hiss. Jeez, he is crazy. I actually don't know if this is a male or a female, so if any of you guys have a TEGU and know, drop a comment, because I would appreciate it. But TEGU's getting big. I mean, can't hold it anymore without having some battle scars. But it's pretty cool, having a lizard this big be so friendly with you. The relationship is awesome. Yeah, I just pulled it by the tail. No stress, no worries. I know it looks like it wants to get away, but TEGU always, I don't think a TEGU really likes cuddling or really seeks out being touched all that much. It's really just tolerant. Still very sweet. Let me touch its face, even with roach smell on my fingers. So smart. But I'll tell you what, has quite the appetite. Non-stop eater. Let's go feed my Ackie monitors. Look at that TEGU all fat and happy. Don't worry, I won't bother you. Alright, so we're gonna feed the Ackie. This is my male Ackie. His name is Biggs because he's bigger than our other Ackie, who's appropriately named Smalls. I'm going to try to get him to eat over here in the front of the camera. Not really right in front of the camera, but it kind of works. He is a spiny-tailed monitor, otherwise known as a dwarf monitor. And they are my hands-down favorite species of lizard or reptile that I've kept. They have so much personality, and they're so spunky, and are so sweet. And they're a true monitor. So they have all the monitor mannerisms. Bonding with them and taming them is similar to any other monitor. They are truly amazing. Let me pull him out. Let's see if we can't get a better angle feeding him. I let these guys free roam the house basically 24/7. As long as the Tegu's not out, these guys are allowed to be out. And they're so smart. This guy will go missing for 2 days, 3 days. But there's no need to worry. He'll be under, under the fridge, behind the dryer, in otherwise places that are unknown and inaccessible. And then on the 3rd or 4th day, he'll be back in his cage. They're so smart. If he needs food or if he needs to get warm, he has no problem getting back to his home, getting back to the heat pad. This heat bar typically is where I'll find him after a few days of him missing. And they're the coolest lizards. I don't know what to say. I would recommend an Ackie monitor to absolutely anyone, whether you have the time to bond with it or not. I have a very skittish Ackie who I have a really hard time bonding with. It's still just amazing to watch it sit in its cage, even though it doesn't like to be held all that often. In the room, I have blankets and tapestries basically set up so that way the Ackie can climb on the walls all around the room. And I got pashminas over here of some artists that I like. And then on this side, this is where the female's cage is. And I got a towel here. I know it looks a bit tacky. This is definitely dirty. This could be cleaned up. I understand. It's a bit tacky. I get it. But to the untrained eye, this looks like an absolute mess. This is just a playground for the Ackies. They have no problem. They understand that they can climb this towel and get into this cage here. This is where the female is currently at. She is, what's it called? She's got eggs. Oh man, I can't think of the words. She's making eggs right now. Okay, she's about to be a mama. Man, there's a word for it. I'll figure it out. One sec. She's gravid. That's what I meant to say. Gravid. So yeah, she's making eggs right now. She's very fat. I caught bigs and smalls locking about a week ago. So eggs should be coming pretty much this week. So it's super exciting. I got the incubator ready. Can't wait. But basically, this is her cage. She hasn't been interested in leaving. I leave it cracked. Like I said, 24/7. This doesn't change. And I leave it cracked. And she stays in here. Biggs comes and goes. She'll chase him off. Basically because she's not interested in mating. She'll be a little bit standoffish. But she's a real sweetheart. I've never had an issue with this one. And would definitely just recommend these guys as a pet to anyone interested in reptiles at all. And if you're trying to buy one, I'll have babies coming soon. So let me know if you want to buy one. Here is my dubia colony where I got the roaches from just a second ago to feed bigs. And I'll feed smalls here in a second as well. I got mice for them as a treat. Look at this beautiful roach. This is the death head roach, jack-o'-lantern death head roach. You can see the face right there on top of the head. Very cool roach. Very special. I bought a small group of 10 of them, and literally only 2 of them survived. They were attacked by mites, and yeah, that was brutal. But anyways, here's my dubia roach colony. Doing well. I need to get some more genetics for both of them. We can see bigs over here. Let's explore the rest of the house. I'm going to keep them in here in case I want to record them a little more. But yeah, as you can see, it's chaos. He just runs around. He does whatever he wants. Let's feed the female. Let's see if she's hungry. I'm sure she will be because she's gravid. She did already eat today, but I just want to make sure that she can eat as much as she wants because she's cooking some bibis. All right. Here we go. Do you want some food? There you go. Sweet girl. I'm not going to feed her too many roaches because I want her to take one of the mice that I'm going to feed. So I'm going to just drop Biggs in here. He usually just jumps in the cage on his own anyways. He can get out on his own as well. I don't know how he gets out, but he's really good at getting out. And there he goes, like a little savage, thrashing it around. All right, here's the morning gecko setup. It's gonna be kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can turn on the flash. Cage is pretty dirty. I didn't clean it before turning on the camera. I need to clean. You see they poop all over the walls and make it pretty nasty. But I'm going to water down the enclosure so that way I can throw the bugs in there in a little cup, and that way the bugs don't drown, you know, post-watering. You can see a little guy right here drinking some water. These guys like it really, really tropical, really humid. I got them posted up next to this heat lamp in the background all night long, all day long. And I drench their cage just every once in a while. Make it swampy in the bottom, forces all the bugs up to walk around that are hiding in the substrate, and gets these guys real hydrated. In case I was not clear, these are morning geckos. They are an all-female species. They can self-reproduce. The reason I got these from the most recent expo that I went to was for the other enclosures, basically for my Aki enclosures, for my TEGU enclosures. And yes, I know they can't be, they're not going to be friendly to, you know, to each other. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with my hands here. They're not going to be friendly with one another, but that's the idea, is that I want it to be somewhat bioactive, so that way there's, you know, some sort of natural simulation going on inside the cage. I just always like the idea of simulating what's going on in nature, and, you know, allowing the little geckos to reproduce in a bigger environment, and allowing them to be hunted, and allowing the TEGU, and I can't get a good angle. There you go, you got one. Allowing the TEGUs to eat live prey as they would in the wild. And same with the Akis. Something I love the idea of. Just keep it natural. There you go, there's a morning gecko getting some food. Alright, so now we're going to feed my ball python. I bought a bag of 100 mice from online mice, frozen mice shipping company. I can link them if anyone's interested. But it's the ball python cage. I haven't misted it in a few days. That's why it's looking a little dry. But I keep this light on for the morning geckos and also the ball python. The house is always around 80 degrees. We like it really warm here. So you don't really worry too much about making sure the ball python has heat. Doesn't really have heat in the wild all that much. It's a very burrowing species. Spend a lot of time underground. I always get a lot of anxiety on this part because the snake can play games here. See if we get a strike. Oh, he's not even in there. Very nice. Okay, let's find this guy. It looks to me like... There he is. Maybe I will hold him first, actually, and show him off. He's a very beautiful boy. Hissing at me a little bit. I haven't held him in a minute. He was very tame when he was a little boy snake, but he got out and was basically missing for, I don't even know, 6 months, and then he came back out one day and decided to rejoin the party. But that gap in handling made him quite feral. He's coming back a little bit, but still doesn't really enjoy like being touched. Got a little primal, if you will. He's a sweet boy. So I'm gonna put him back down in here and see if he'll take some food from me. I know he will. He's starving. There he goes. So fast. Alright, he's gonna just hang on to that for a little while. A little longer than he needs to. He'll scarf it down. I'll probably feed him like 3 of these, maybe even 4. I need to get bigger mice, bigger feeders. But this size was necessary because I knew the Ackies would start doing their thing. And it's not good to give the Ackie monitors mice often. They're kind of like a junk food, if you will. Not like waxworms. Waxworms are full of fat, but Ackies pretty much just don't get mice in the wild like this often. I'm sure it happens. TEGU some as a little treat. Get some good calcium. Very nice. Another one. Super gentle. Very nice. Alright, we're back with the female Ackie. I've never offered her a pinky mice, but we're gonna see if she's interested. Okay, yeah, she wanted it. Nice. Straight down the gullet. That's very healthy. Nice snack food. Get those eggs nice and healthy. Fat mama. Let's feed this boy right here. Do you want this? Do you want this? I don't hand feed these guys because they'll bite anything that moves, typically. But he's actually not that interested. There you go. Nice. Brutal. And of course we'll feed one to the stud, just because he's a good boy and I love him. I've never offered him a pinky either, but I'm sure he will take it. No doubts in my mind he'll take it. Come here, buddy. What is that? Wow, you're not interested. There you go. It's a good boy. It's a good boy. Getting those fangs organized. I guess they're not really fangs, they're just teeth, huh? His tongue keeps getting stuck in his teeth. Let's see if he wants more. See if he'll take it. I'm sure he will. Oh yeah, right away. Right away. And there he goes. Alright guys, well, thanks for hanging out with me while I fed the lizards. If you have any questions about how I do things or any questions about what it's like to be an owner of any of these guys, let me know. Drop a comment. Thanks for watching. My dog having fun for a second. Oh, he's a good girl. What? Oh, yeah. It's a good girl. Come on. Come on. Come here. Oh.